season, year 3. I am now 6-3, as you can see, going against the Chargers, who's 3-6. This is CFM, Connected Franchise Mode, year 3. Got a lot better team this year. Year 1, I went 13-3. Got knocked out of the playoffs and wild card. Year 2, went 7-9, didn't make it. This is year 3. Trying to get a ring.
In Carson. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Giants and our home team. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over
Happy
the
New Year's, everybody. I'm sobering up now. After this game, I gotta go do some work. Let's try to get 7-3. Next week, I got the Redskins. I gotta try to beat my division. If I'm going to have any hopes of getting in these playoffs, I have to win in my division. I never really had problems with the Redskins, but
on first down, Marshall. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sherman, and he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch. Go, Jackrabbit, come on. Go.
They'll run with Marshall. And an alley to run. Oh, and now some space to operate. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Let's see, his defense ain't shit, so let's see what his offense looking like.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Here we go again. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
I'm gonna hit you.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
Oh, my God, bro.
Let's check in with the referee.
On the back of his neck and everything. What's up with you, bro? You can't be doing that, bro. Oh, Lord. That'll get me a 3rd corner.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Ready. 18 Gator. Right here.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
59, Mike. Check, 59. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Big River.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. They'll run on first down. It's Marshall. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Move! Hey. Let's go.
From the 41, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, New York.
On the ready. 7. Here we go. General West. Hey, team 6. Look at me. Zipper. Ready?
Now Jones on first and 10. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Two-jet bombers. Back. Hey, Wahoo. Yeah. Quick snap.
Jones going to throw again.
You gotta hold on, please.
A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Gotta hold on, buddy.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
61, matchbox light. Check. Check 99. Oh!
They'll try the left side. Marshall. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit.
Come on, guys.
And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further.
We don't like the
a flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Need a little bit more time.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Ready? 10-2 start.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Set. 15 line. 15 line. Get it.
Second and long. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The setup to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Come on.
Julian Love picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Hey, Charlie.
Jones now throwing on first down. Completes it to Coleman. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Wow. That ball is not free.
Really trying to make
but a teammate comes along and
Not a
scoops
good
it
game.
up.
Stop it.
It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second and goal from the 1. Now Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now nigga hurt. What is going on?
I can't imagine we'd see another throw here. Third and goal from the 1. They'll let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal.
This nigga does a full start.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
I thought
and
it
he
was
got a
full
little
start.
aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with a fullback, Sherman. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Anthony Sherman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
If I don't get a superstar, man, I'm going to try to get a trade going on.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? And attempted a deep ball there, they didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second and 10. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Set up, 60 outlaw. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Get it.
On first down, Bruce. And he'll be blocked out somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go.
Give him too much. Like, let him earn his way out of it, bro.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chopper.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40.
Go.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. 55. I'm coming. You're out.
Let's see if he's smart.
Looking to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll run on first down. Bruce. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if it was to bring in your tight end, keep him in,
like
you're running
3
back,
niggas open on that defense. What the
Bottom
fuck?
line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line.
Like
Different story
like 3
here,
niggas
over 20 yards.
Like that.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Sam, hey, Sam off. 5.
He'll look to throw. And
Run
will be
that
intercepted.
back. You gotta go all green.
Able to get there and pick it.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here's Jones on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Protein spill. Jim.
On second down now, it's Marshall. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Hey, echo.
And the Giants first down.
Yep.
On first and 10, Jones. For Marshall, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
We got double up. Where's the go? Get it.
Throwing Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard.
Come on.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Go. Shoot.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. The final shot before break. Jones. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, as time expires in the first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Nice.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards.
Nice. That's a fucking running back. Is it? This guy's got like weird numbers. Kicker got number 98.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Switch. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Bravo. I'm coming.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
2nd and 9 now. He'll find Metcalf. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
59. Mike's 50. Go on, go on. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Shoot. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Good job.
Oh, you doing to Saquon? Oh, that
This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's
why did you do that? I don't understand that.
Whoever his confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback. That's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Hey, high 7. No, go. Go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones looking for his running back, and he's got him. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And
nice fucking defense, bro. Nice.
Williams with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
1 more second.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, come on, now, come on, now. 55 is Mike, guys, 55. Record. Hey! Go get him!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Here's Ty Long now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter now up in Seattle. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Check 59. They can't hang with us. Check 59. Mike is 59.
2nd and 14. They're trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. Hey, Sue. Not today. Hey, check. Mike 21. Mike 21. No. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
He said they still playing soccer.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield.
He said they're not ready for this. They're not ready for this. They playing soccer.
45. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike.
They'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down.
I hate when I get stopped.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
59 Mike, 59 Mike.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing for his running back, he's got him complete.
That nigga was blocking.
Give him 6 there, but now it's 3rd. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Go. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Go.
Get hands on motion man.
They'll look to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now.
Yeah,
he's
see,
just
I don't use
locked
him,
in
but
a really
he can do
bad
shit
way.
like this.
Touchdown, Giants! DeAndre Hopkins, 78 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
Nice.
And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
They gave me 31 if I had been a pick.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Check my 21. All day, dog. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. My 21. Check my 21. Coming. Hey, check my 21.
Back to throw here. Looking left side, he's got it.
Get that shit.
And now
you make a nigga fumble and recover it.
And the Giants have
what?
it. It's picked up. And they take over. They'll set up.
Make a nigga fumble and recover it. Let's go. Let's go.
At the 46-yard line.
First down and 10.
Ready. 30 base. Hey, Haywood.
Mike spot 9. Tighten up.
Ready.
Now Jones following the throw.
Do it late.
Intercepted a third time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You ain't got nothing. Now.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The fucking player of the game
last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, he's got a man. That's Marshall. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
First down, Giants.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Nice, sweetheart. Hey, orbit. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21. Let's go.
2nd and 11. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 27. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 49 yards. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. And it was the Titans who were able to take home the victory there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw. Check.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be